Joining us this morning, Andrew Freeborn, the PIO for the Kern County Fire Department. He's here to tell us a little bit more about what protective measures firefighters are taking during the pandemic, and also some ideas for things that you can do to keep your family safe here at home right now. Andrew, good morning. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Good morning, Maddie. Thank you for having me.
So first off, what's changed for you and for firefighters? How are you guys doing your jobs differently right now during the pandemic?
Well, during this pandemic, the Kern County Fire Department, as usual, is still providing emergency services for the community. As with other crises that might affect the community, we're out there working long hours. We're working extra. We're out there working overtime, trying to make sure that the community stays safe. To do so, we have to make sure that the firefighters stay safe as well, because if they're safe, then that helps the community. So some of the things that have changed because of this recent COVID-19 coronavirus really starts at the level of the dispatching. They will work to gather extra information that will help those firefighters that are responding, other first responders that are going to these calls, to ensure that the safety of personnel responding is met. The firefighters that arrive on scene will a lot of times use extra precautions as well, with extra personal protective equipment, as well as some of the things that they do.
All right. Is there a difference in any of the incidents that you're responding to now? We've heard that with local law enforcement, that they're cutting back on certain in-person responses. Is the fire department doing anything like that?
No, we're not cutting back on in-person responses. The one change that the community might notice is if there's a person that is having a medical problem, they've called 911. Typically, you're going to see those 3 firefighters just come right on into the home all together as a group. Now, if individuals are stating that they're having this persistent dry cough, this really shortness of breath, this fever, they're presenting symptoms that are in line and potentially could be a positive COVID-19 coronavirus patient, you will have the one firefighter that crosses the threshold. The other 2 will continue to monitor from a distance as that other firefighter makes that first contact, establishing what needs to be done from there. So what's happening is we're still responding to all calls, but we're just being a little systematic and a little cautious as we handle those calls.
All right. And a lot of people are at home right now. We know our first responders, we're so grateful, are still on the job, but a lot of other people are working from home instead. And so you have some ideas of things that maybe they should take care of that they never have before, such as signing up for Smart 911. Can you explain that?
Yes, Smart 911 is an excellent system that helps the person who's creating a Smart 911 safety profile online. And that profile helps them to list the pre-existing medical conditions that will assist those that are responding there to help them in the best way that they can. The program, the safety profiles that they set up are free. They're completely secure. An individual can go to smart911.com or download the app on the Apple Store or Google Play. And by putting that information in advance, you're helping to make sure that that critical information is relayed to the dispatchers, is relayed to the first responders, and there's even fields in there that individuals can populate if they have tested positive for COVID-19 coronavirus.
So this is something that would then link up when you made a 911 call for something else?
Correct. It's completely private. It's completely secure. The only way that anyone would ever see this information is if you were to call 911, the device that you have listed on your profile would then give that information just to the dispatchers and first responders. So your information is completely private.
So let's talk about the ebook that you'd like people to download and what kind of tips you have in there.
We would love people to download the ebook off of kerncountyfire.org. What we're trying to do is get the word out that everyone's spending more time at home. Even those that are in essential industries, once they're done with their job, they're not going around town. So if individuals are spending more time in their home, there's an opportunity there to take advantage of maybe being a little bit more prepared for fire safety at the home. We see that in our nation, there are about 73% of burn injuries that occur in the home. And so we want individuals to take the time, if they have a little spare time, if they're at home, they want to do something fun as a family, to download the ebook off the website, continue to look for opportunities to work together as a family, have some fun, developing some fire safety, home escape plans, discussing the different things to keep yourself safe while you're at home.
Yeah, it looks like something a lot of kids would enjoy, a great activity to fill up a little of their time now that they're stuck at home, and also teach them something in the meantime. All right, Andrew Freebarn with the Kern County Fire Department. Thank you, sir. We appreciate all the tips.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Have a great day.
You too.